Hello, everyone, and welcome to a Rainbow Dice Club one-shot.
Hey!
My name is Dusty. My pronouns are they, she, and normally I play Ivy Nightbreeze Tinkerfey, whose pronouns are she, her. But today, I'm playing Ivy Nightbreeze Tinkerfey, whose pronouns are she, her, with a Delulu t-shirt on.
Ooh! Hello, everyone. My name is Ariana. My pronouns are she, her, and I usually play Elara Full Government Spinelspark, whose pronouns are also she, her. But today, I am playing Elara Delulu Spinelspark, whose pronouns are also she, her.
Hello, everyone. My name is Véres, and I usually play Véres, whose pronouns are he, they. And I will today be also playing Véres, whose pronouns are he, they.
And your pronouns are she, they.
And my pronouns are she, they. You're right, yeah.
So if you haven't figured it out by now, and why would you have, because we haven't told you, we're playing AU versions of 2.0.
But we're playing them in a different medium other than 5e, or the bastardized 5e that we play. It is called Definitely Wizards by Elliot HT Art, and it is our very first D&D TTRPG that we've played on this show, which is very exciting.
Woo!
It is exciting and nerve-wracking, but we got this.
Terrifying.
If at the end of this you want to play this game yourself, which I highly recommend, it's very cute, very fun, very silly. It's a silly, goofy time. We love it. You can find the game on elliottart.itch.io/definitely-wizards. But if you don't want to just listen to me tell you what it is, you can click the link.
We will put it in the show notes.
If you don't want to longhand the way that I just
Write it
butchered
down.
that. Yeah.
But why wouldn't they just want to play the game of guessing, see what they get when they type it in the search bar?
It's encoded actually throughout the game. We will release bits and pieces of the URL.
Yeah, as the spell names.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Not really. Please don't spend your time doing that.
No.
It's going to be in the show notes. Click the link.
Also, really quick, a huge shout out to Jen, who submitted some NPCs that you'll meet in tonight's game.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes.
And lastly, this one shot is going to be really silly and really lighthearted, I hope. And maybe it'll take a turn for the deep, dark, and depressing. I'm not sure. But there's definitely going to be profanity. There's definitely going to be adult themes. But you can always find an entire, full, complete list of content warnings in the show notes of every episode. So check them out. I think, like I said, it should be pretty chill, but one never knows.
You never know.
It wouldn't be 2.0 without shenanigans, swearing, and sexual conduct, so...
Mm-hmm.
We open on a wizard school of sorts in some unnamed alternate universe world. Big campus with sprawling fields and large brick buildings that are very old, but have been well maintained. And as we zoom into the scene looking for our wizards, not wizards, we see groups of young adults of all lineages lounging on the lawn. Some are studying, some playing games, and some are just enjoying the weather. Anyone in this world knows that this is the best magical school in the realm, and aspiring magic users who go here often graduate to be successful, certified wizards. You three, us three, are not wizards.
What?
Nope. We are definitely not wizards. But we have been undercover at school here for, how long is a semester?
Half a year?
6 months.
Probably not actually that long, but...
4 months? 4 to 6 months. Use your imagination. This is theater of mind. Theater of the mind.
Facts of the mind.
The semester is coming to a close. In fact, today is the big day, the wizard exam. We know that in this world, innate wild magic is totally illegal. So, if you pass, you will become a certified wizard, but we don't really care about that because we're here undercover. We've been hiding our wild magical potential for the past 4 to 6 months. Super sneaky sneaks, very stealthy.
Mm-hmm.
We're here because we got a tip that Ivy's famed quest wizard gives out certificates when you pass. If you've been a listener for a long time, congratulations. This is the episode where Ivy meets her wizard.
This is it. But if this is your first time listening,
if you have not listened before, this is not canon and you won't miss anything important. The only thing you need to know is that these three have known each other for a few years and they're total besties.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as this camera kind of pans in on one of the dorm buildings, we filter in through a window along with a gentle breeze, and we land in a room that is cluttered with all kinds of gadgets and inventions strewn about. We see a mechanized spider and an uncanny looking white fluffy dog sleeping at the foot of a bed, and we see a half elf, and she's like hopping around as she pulls on one of her boots, and she grabs this oversized green jacket that has 12 pockets. And she stops in front of the mirror, takes a deep breath, and she goes, "Okay, you are Elara Spindlespark, wizard extraordinaire. You've got this." And you see she's about 5'10", with like warm, pale skin, and freckles and green eyes, wavy, short red hair. And she's wearing boots that may or may not be magical.
Mm-hmm.
She picks up like a notebook and this large tome and shoves them into her pockets, which you watch them like stretch and expand and then shrink back to their regular size. She opens the door and she walks down the hall to find Ivy Nightbreeze Tinkerfay. You hear a knock.
You hear nothing for a second, and then you hear, "Yes?
Ivy, are you ready?"
For what?"
Elara sighs. She like puts her head on the door. "The test, Ivy. The test is today. The big test."
You hear her walk over to the door and she opens it. Did we decide if this was like...
It's whatever you want it to be. You tell me what it is.
Ivy opens the door and she's in like regular clothes. She's been wearing this like really over the top robe as
Like
a wizard. Yeah. It's currently slung over a chair, but you know that this thing goes down to like the floor and it's got the big like bell sleeves and it's got a hood. But right now she's just wearing like skinny jeans, high-waisted skinny jeans, and a tank top that says "Wizard Bitch."
I love it.
No, I'm dead.
What does Ivy look like? Tell us what Ivy looks like.
Ivy is a winter Eladrin. She's plus size. She has long, curly black hair that is currently up in a bun on like the top of her head right now. And she has a pseudo dragon familiar who's purple. Her name is Bia, who's currently sleeping on the bed. Bia is in a little wizard hat.
I love BS so much. Oh.
And you would know that Bia asked for this hat when they first got there. She demanded it, actually, because it was in like a little shop that you could dress up your familiars, and she stole it.
I love it. Elara looks at, so this wizard robe has been like, she's been like wearing it the whole time.
Yeah.
Like this is something that wizards wear in this school, like in this world.
Not in this. I think it's one of those like robes that's like, it's got like stars and constellations on it. And it's so fucking pretentious. And she wears it over graphic t-shirts that say things like "Wizard Bitch" and "Delulu."
So Elara goes, "Ivy, get your robe. It's time."
Right. And she goes and dons this robe.
"Are you ready?"
Yeah, she takes out a little pouch of glitter and dumps it into her pocket.
Of the robe.
Yeah. Both pockets.
You got your glitter?
I got my glitter.
Okay. This is gonna be fine, you know, we got this. We just need to grab Véres and we're good to go. And she looks at a watch on her left wrist. "We need to hurry. I don't want to be late."
All right, let's go get him.
So we walk down the hall. Use your imagination, theater of mind. The hall, long hallway, windows, carpet, very wizard-like.
Mm-hmm.
We get to Véres' door, which is probably like down the hall and like around the corner. And Véres, you hear a knock.
You hear like movement, like a lot of movement. And you hear, "What the fuck now?" When he like gets up and opens the door, you see like a 6'5", kind of like half elven looking man with like small orc teeth, long pastel pink hair, red eyes, and like gray skin. He's got like a scar on his jaw, and both of his ears have like gauges in them where one of them has a little crystal hanging from it. His hair is disheveled. His pants are half on. Like
What half?
They're like on his hips.
What half?
But they're not done up. They're not done up.
Elara politely averts her eyes.
His shirt is like not on. Can I help you?
She points to her watch.
Oh, is it that time already?
It's yes.
He looks over his shoulder. You should probably get going, eh? They probably need you.
Elara looks in.
There's another gentleman who's getting clothes in the process of doing up a shirt. You know this to be one of the judges on the panel, named Ricky Repeat.
Ivy waves.
Elara's like, oh, hi, Professor.
He like bashfully gives a wave and kind of hurries up and gets out of the room.
Good luck on your judging the test today, she says as he runs down the hall.
He just like gives a wave, like, and hurries like down the hall, kind of embarrassed. Véres just shakes his head. Give you a moment. I'm sure we won't be running much later than him anyway. Do you want to come in? Or...
No.
Bia walks her happy ass in with her hat on.
Elara waits outside.
He chuckles.
So does Ivy.
He shuts the door. He'll get finished getting dressed. And he comes out wearing like kind of black ripped jeans, a fishnet shirt, over top of which is a crop top that definitely says your dad is my cardio.
Oh boy.
And over top of that, he has like a black leather jacket. And he also has like glasses on, which you know are fake. And a large tome that he kind of takes with him.
Our fake wizard stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we can probably tell the audience what kind of fake wizards we are, if anybody wants to go first.
Ivy's a druid.
Wait, these are our real skills. These are our real skills. So Ivy is actually a druid. So this is the magic that we're trying to hide. This is like our innate magic. So go ahead, sorry. So Ivy's a druid.
It's like plant-based.
Okay.
Shape-shifting.
Ivy's a plant-based
do you delve
druid.
in that?
Yeah. Not so much lately because, you know, I'm a wizard.
Fair.
Druid. Your magic comes from a connection to nature. You've learned much from the wild, including how to communicate with plants and animals. Your spells allow you to transform into creatures, summon flora and fauna, and do other hippie-type stuff.
I'm a combo bitch. I'm an elemental blood and a muscle magic guy. So he's an Avatar, the Last Airbender wannabe, and also punches shit really hard.
Nice.
Pretends that it's magic.
Amazing.
It's a good combo.
Elara might still not be a wizard, you guys. Elara is also a combo bitch, but she is a collector, so she doesn't cast spells. She just has a fuck ton of magical items, which is true to her not AU character. And she's also an alchemist. Her powers come from the various potions that she's brewed. So she can enhance abilities, she can poison, and she can do whatever the hell she wants as long as she can brew it. I like to think that her pants she's got like a belt with all kinds of like bottles and stuff hanging from them. So the three of you fake wizards, real wizards, fake wizards, make your way through this like really, really big school to, you know, like outside across a courtyard. I think it's like snowing out. I feel like it's winter. And
wow, dressed really appropriately for that.
Oh my god, I take it back. It's not winter.
I'm kidding. It's okay. He can freeze his tits off. It's fine.
No, it's like magical. It's magical snow. It's like nice weather, but it's snowing because it's wizard school and they can do that there.
Cool.
They want the kids who are taking the test to feel like
there's some whimsy.
Like there's some whimsy, yeah. You make your way across the courtyard and there's definitely some people who like side-eye the three of us because I think over the past couple of months, we've definitely had a few run-ins where our actual magic almost like got discovered, you know? So there's definitely some students and some professors that like have like an extra eye on us, you know?
Véres winks.
I was gonna say in more than one way.
Elara's like, just keep a low profile.
I don't know if you've met me before, but that's not really in my expertise.
Ivy puts the hood up of this robe and goes, totally low profile, baby.
How is Elara the inconspicuous one in this group? She's actually not. She's jingle-jangling with every step. Okay. Well, we've made it this far. So, I don't really see what can go wrong, you know?
Totally.
Famous last words.
Nothing can go wrong.
Exactly.
Mhm.
This is
We're
the
fine,
big day.
obviously.
The big
Mhm.
moment. You guys are both good test takers, right?
Yes.
As you all are walking, the three of you notice that one professor who has caught the three of you in over the past 3 months, like in various situations where your actual magic almost got like recognized. You know this wizard to be Everett Escort Quest Wizard. So he is a wizard who will like escort other people on their quests.
Mm-hmm.
And he has had it out for the three of you, like since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
He can escort me anytime.
You see he's looking, as you pass by, he's looking at the three of you and like taking notes.
I'm gonna look over my glasses judgingly at him.
Are you trying to like discern anything?
Yeah, what's he taking notes about?
So you can roll. So you're going to use one of your wizard spell skills. So you can roll for hunch. So you're going to roll and you want to kind of like get a sense to see what this guy's deal is. So roll one of your d6s.
Not good. I got a 4.
So a 4. Uh-oh. Okay, so a 4, you unintentionally use wild magic and you cast a wild spell of your choice.
You have to roll again though for this.
You
If
do?
you roll above your wizard stat, roll again for the consequences.
Yes, you're right. So take all that back. So you fail.
So roll again.
It's a 1.
The spell is a dud, nothing happens.
So you stare intently at this guy
I raise an eyebrow.
and he just stares back. But you get nothing. You have no idea. Literally nothing happens. Elara looks at you and looks at the wizard and looks back at you. Did you glean anything with your keen eyes?
What did you see with your special eyes, Véres?
Nothing at all.
You walk on past.
As we're walking past, I'm gonna say, "Darling, if you wanted a picture, you could have just asked."
He goes like, you hear him go like, and he shakes his head and he walks like fast past you in the direction that you're going.
He just chuckles.
I wonder if he's gonna be on the panel.
Oh, I hope so.
Of course he is.
So you make your way unimpeded to the place where they give the test.
Uh-huh. What place is that, Ari?
So you walk into like kind of like an auditorium.
Auditorium. Guess where Ari's from?
So you obsessed.
I'm listening.
You walk into an auditorium and it is packed with other wizard students. There's like a dais and there's no chairs in this room because I think from just like past like older kids who have taken the test. When I say kids, by the way, we're all like adults of consenting age, just for the listeners.
We're talking about like college age.
I think we're like, we're even older.
We're like fucking 40 years old, guys.
We're 40-year-old wizards who went back to school like nighttime.
Night classes?
No shade to people. Yeah, like nighttime. No shade to people.
We
who do
have
night
dorms for night
classes.
classes.
Yes, we have dorms for night classes. Okay.
My 401k isn't going to feed into itself.
So you walk into this room. You see up on the dais there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wizards. There are 5 wizards on the test. There are 5 wizards up on the dais.
Wow.
There are 5 wizards up on the dais.
Mm-hmm.
So you see Everett Escort. You see Ricky Repeat. He still looks a little flustered. That's all I'm gonna say.
Good.
And he kind of like waves Véres at you when he sees you, but like very, very like inconspicuously.
I wink.
You see another professor who you all have taken a class with, Darcy Dungeon Quest Wizard. This is the one who usually gives quests that are like for dungeon delving, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the other ones you don't know, so we're not gonna worry about them right now. I think Darcy comes up to like this podium, and she is she's like 6'2", and she's plus size, and she has short, like a bob, like purple hair, and she has like kind of like this light lavender skin and very, very dark eyes. And she's wearing like librarian clothes, and she's got like a little clipboard, and she's got glasses that are pushed up on her head. And she goes, "Okay, today is the day you have all been waiting for. You've studied very hard and you've worked diligently. You wouldn't be here if we didn't think you were ready to take this test." And the room kind of gets quiet as, you know, as she's talking, and you see everyone kind of like huddles up into groups, and she nods. "You know who you're grouped up with. You know that we'll be watching. And you know that we have faith that you are ready to pass this test. It will be very difficult, but if you studied hard and trained well, you'll all be certified wizards by the time this test is over." And then she starts calling out groups, and you watch as she calls out a group, a door like appears at the bottom of the dais in front of her, and a group walks through. She calls another group, and the same thing. These doors keep appearing and people keep walking through. And so finally, she calls our group. What's our group number?
13.
13. Lucky 13.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, "Lucky 13." And the three of you walk up, and the door opens, and she kind of nods her head. And do we all walk through?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So as soon as you walk through, we're free falling.
Oh. I
In like this like gray, kind of misty, colorless space.
cast slow-ish fall.
How do you cast slowish fall, Dusty? Please take out the glitter.
I take a little bit. I take a couple pinches of the glitter
Okay.
and like flick it at the three of us.
Obsessed.
Because you know, B is just flying down lazily.
She's fine. So you can roll a wizard roll. So if you roll at or below your wizard stat, when your wizard stat is 3, because we started at 3,
3.
the spell works how you intended.
And I have to add 1 to wizard now.
Yes, add 1 to your wizard. So everybody goes like from free falling, and then you all feel like glitter getting flicked at you. And for some reason, this glitter you can feel. Yeah.
It's chunky glitter.
You can feel this glitter. You go from free falling, where your stomach is like dropping, to like this slow-ish descent. And you fall, and you fall, and you fall, and you fall until this grayish kind of cloudy mist disappears, and you land very safely and soundly on the floor of a room, of which I will describe after I roll for it, because I am randomizing everything. So hold on. Bum 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 ba-dum bum.
Good call, Ivy.
She does a peace sign.
I wonder if they were watching and they saw like how clever we were right off the bat, you know?
Oh, maybe.
Most likely.
I think it's like an A+ so far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I need to roll for the rooms. So here we go. We land in a room that is set up like a life-size chessboard, like a chess game. I know nothing about chess. So
Me too.
What's up?
wait, I gotta roll for the main obstacle. So hold
Am I the
on.
nerd in this group?
Yeah.
Great.
We land in a room that's like 20 by 20 feet. It's pretty small, and it is set up like a chessboard. We are standing on the outside of the board. You see on the other side of the room, directly across. So like the board where we're standing not on the board, and then there's a space on the other side of the room that you can see that is also not on the board, but left and right is wall-to-wall board. And then there's a door directly across from us. Elara just kind of looks around. Let me see if I have any skills I can use. Hold on.
Yeah, Laura. Go, Laura.
No, but I think I'm gonna have her make a wizard roll and see if she can get a hunch of like just like the vibe of the room. Okay?
Catch a vibe.
So she looks around with her special keen eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I need to roll a 5. That's bad, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 5 means that I need to, if I roll above my wizard stat, I need to roll again for the consequences. 2. The spell is a dud. Nothing happens. I think there's still like mist in her eyes. You know, it's still dissipating, and she looks around and she like blinks rapidly. Well, I see a door, and she points.
What are the chances we can just walk across this board and get at the door? Probably slim, right? Alright, what do I see with my special eyes?
Are you gonna make a roll too?
2.
Ooh, 2. That's good. So now it works as you affected, and you add 1 to your wizard roll, to your wizard stat. And just so you know, if your wizard stat reaches 6, your pent-up wild magic threatens to explode. You can't do any wizard spells until you succeed on a wild roll, at which point your wizard stat will reset to 2. So you had a success. So you look around, and you're looking around, and you see the door.
I pretend to mutter a spell out of my tome.
You see out of the corner of your eye, as you're like scanning the room, one of the chess pieces moves slightly.
That helps me none.
Wow.
What does that mean?
Ivy yells, pawn to e6.
You yell that and nothing happens. Elara just looks at you. You know how to play chess?
No.
Oh. Did you just hear that somewhere?
Yes.
Nothing happened.
Thank you, Elara. I'm blind suddenly.
You're welcome. Well, I couldn't see so great with all that gray mist around, you know?
We're just gonna step on the board.
You step on the board?
Yeah.
With both feet or 1 foot?
1 foot.
As soon as you step your foot on the board, you watch this shimmer go up around all the edges of the board.
And your foot gets sawn off.
Yeah, you need to do something. You need to try to either get in or get out, or move, or try to get this. It's like almost like a force wall is going up around the borders.
I'm going all the way in.
You're going in?
Yep.
Okay, so you go in. You hear like a whomp, and this like gray wall. It's transparent. You can see through it, but like that smoke you kind of saw, you can see through, goes up all around the edges of like one end in the back and one end in the front, but the walls on either side are just still regular walls. And Ivy and Elara watch as one of the chess pieces kind of like shakes off and transforms into like a big like humanoid chess piece, like a form of like a humanoid, and starts walking like mechanically towards Véres.
Oh, we're playing chess, bitch. Okay.
No, it's just walking towards you.
Oh, we're fighting. Okay.
That's exactly what just transpired. Véres is like, oh, we're playing chess. I was like, no, it's just gonna fight you. Oh, we're fighting. Okay.
Well, if it's coming to me, I'm going to try to cast a spell.
A wizard or a wild spell?
I would like to use a wild spell, but try to pass it off as a wizard spell.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would like to punch the shit out of it and yell shatter.
And yell what?
Shatter.
And yell shatter. Okay, I love that. Okay, so you can...
Tome in one hand, fist the other. Connects.
Shatter!
So you have the tome in one hand? Okay, so you're using... But this is technically a wild spell,
Yes.
right? Because this is your actual magic. So you're gonna... So do you run up to it or do you wait for it to get to you?
Oh no, I'm running to it. For sure.
Okay, so Véres starts running.
Is there just like this big grin on his face?
Yeah.
He's so excited.
Is there like...
We've seen them before. They got the fake tome in their hand. Go ahead, Dusty.
Is there like a glove that you glue to the bottom of the
So
tome
it stays?
so it stays on your hand?
Yes. No, Elara made like a contraption that they can like hold it with, you know? Okay, so you start running. Does Ivy, do you do anything?
No.
You standing there?
I'm watching.
Véres,
I gotta roll, right?
you have to roll a wild, yeah.
It needs to be at or below 3.
Oh boy. There's 1.
Yeah, it works.
Okay.
But add 1 to wild.
Okay. So, imitating the wizard spell Shatter, he's going to punch it, and as he punches it, a little bit of electricity, of lightning per se, is going to go off, and he yells,
Shatter.
Mm-hmm.
as if he's shouting the incantation from the spellbook.
Obsessed.
And it connects, and just the piece is going to detonate.
As you do that, so you punch this thing. Like, where do you punch it? It's bigger than you.
In the dick.
How much bigger?
You can probably punch it, and you can probably punch it. If you're punching straight, you punch it in the chest. So it's big. Well, not that big, but it's bigger than you.
Yeah, I'd like to gut punch it.
Okay, So you punch like out, you punch it right in the gut, and you hear your fist like crunch into it, and then you watch it starts to splinter from where you punched, and then it just like with like a popping noise, it shatters into a million pieces and falls at your feet. But what you didn't notice because you were so excited for punching time is as you stepped on each different colored checker, chessboard, whatever, I think they're different colors. In this world, they're different colors.
Black and white.
They are different colors, yes.
You saw, the girl saw like a little flash, and you watch 3 other pieces start moving all towards Véres.
Perfect. I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna cast it again.
Ivy, do you do anything?
Yeah, Ivy's going to take a handful of glitter out of her pocket
Yes.
Obsessed.
Mm-hmm.
and throw her hand out. I'm taking this from one of the illustrations in the book because it's so good.
Oh, okay.
She throws her hand out and goes, magical projectile.
And what is
5 crows come shooting out.
amazing?
Their wings covered in glitter.
And but this is a wild spell because
This is a
you're
wild
using
spell.
your druid, right? So
Yep.
roll a wild and you do the mechanics. So you tell yourself what to do.
Okay. I rolled a 4, so I don't make it.
Oh
So now I have to roll again to
Okay.
see.
What happens?
I rolled a 6.
Oh boy, the spell fails dramatically. Describe the outcome and add 1 to wild.
So I think what happens is the crows get distracted by the glitter on their wings and chase each other around the board.
It's shiny.
So now we have 5 crows doused in glitter, chasing each other around the board. So now we have like a trip hazard. We
Love
have 3 chess pieces that are like probably 8 feet tall, all lumbering towards Véres, like very mechanically. Elara takes one of her vials out of her pocket. She's going to pretend to cast slime. As she throws this bottle, she's going to try to conjure a ball of goop to like make the thing sticky so it can't move. So I have to roll a wild. I got a 6. That's bad, right?
We're doing
Okay.
great.
Great. 6 again. The spell fails dramatically. One of 3 things is going to happen.
Uh-huh.
It's either going to 1 to 2, it lands on Ivy. 3 to 4, it lands on Véres, and 5 or 6, it lands on a crow. Oh, 6! That's 3 6s in a row. I feel like I should win. So she throws this goop, and as she's throwing, 2 of the crows who are like fighting over the glitter
Mm-hmm.
intercept the goop, and they get gooped. So now there's 2 crows who are covered in glitter, and now
And
they're
goop?
sticky and goop. And Elara just like is like, God damn it! And she runs into the like in through the gray mist, and she's able to pass through without any trouble. Véres, you have 3 things coming at you. The girls have been no help so far.
The opposite side of the board. How far away is that from me?
I said this room was 20 feet. I'm gonna walk that back because that's
Okay.
really small. It's like 60 feet away.
Could I run realistically? Do I think that I could make it to the king?
With a little help from magic, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get away with some wild magic. I would like to try to focus a blast of air to like launch me over to the king
Okay.
of the opposing team. So let me see if I can.
Oh, because you're using like the elements.
Yeah.
I love it.
3.
And yours is at 4 now?
Yep.
So add 1 to wild and you succeed.
Hey.
Oh shit. Okay. So he's gonna kind of like throw a fist down towards the ground as he runs, and it's gonna puff of air is gonna go. He's gonna be like, levitate.
I am obsessed. So Véres' fake magic is just shouting words.
Yes.
I love it. So do you like whisper it? You shout it, right?
Levitate!
So you shout levitate. Elara and Ivy watch, and the chess pieces watch, as Véres just lifts up off the ground
I can't breathe.
and floats on over like an anime. Like, are you like leaning forward with like one leg kind of like up, you know?
I'm not Naruto gliding
Yes.
through the air. Okay, I'm not doing that.
You must be. I demand it.
And Elara's like, wow. She's like, they've really gotten good at that.
Ivy folds her arms.
I don't even know if they're joking anymore. We say as these 3 chess pieces are now rushing towards Ivy.
We're just watching.
Yeah, and Elara. And Elara sees them and she like shakes her head like to not be distracted anymore. She reaches into her pocket and she's going to... What is she gonna do? What is she gonna do? Is Ivy gonna do anything?
Ivy is going to... Ivy like whips her arms around in like a windmill fashion and runs onto the chessboard in the spots where she knows Véres has already passed through.
Cleared.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yells, "Entanglement!"
I cannot.
Listen, they need vocal, semantic, and material components for
This
these
is
things.
insane.
And she stomps her foot down and vines travel out.
Yes.
And as an afterthought, she takes a little bit of glitter out.
Okay,
I rolled a 4, which is what my stat is at. So it works.
so that's good. Okay, so it works. You add 1 to your wild?
Yeah.
Okay, how's everyone's wild looking?
I'm at 5.
I'm at 5 as well.
Okay. Ivy, this succeeds, and everybody watches these vines kind of spring up from the chessboard. They kind of crack through the chessboard itself, and they start to entangle the 3 chess pieces that are left. But they also start to rise up and threaten to entangle Elara and Ivy. So Elara, very quickly thinking, clicks her heels together, and you watch these like mechanical wings pop out from her boots, and she goes onwards and upwards, and she's going to try to fly with her magical boots. So this is a wild, right? There's no fly spell. There's no fly wizard spell.
No, it's wild.
Okay. 4. My thing is a 4.
Yay, you did it.
Okay,
Add
so
1 to
I
wild.
okay. I grab Ivy,
Whoa, okay.
and we fly very slowly and very because these boots are not made to hold 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like literally like 3 inches above the ground. Like these chess pieces are like reaching up, and we're just like every time they reach up, the boots just go up like an inch just out of their grasp.
My cloak billowing dramatically. Véres, you see this coming towards you?
He like looks wary. How fast are you approaching?
Very slow.
Okay.
How fast are you approaching? Very slow.
Very slowly.
I'd like him to try to cast a wizard spell.
Do it.
Which one?
What are these things made out of?
You gonna set us on fire? What are they made out of?
Yeah. Rock?
I assume.
Make a hunch roll.
I don't know if I want to make a hunch roll.
No, it's okay. They're made out of rock. Yep, I really had to think about that.
I would like to cast harm on the king.
Okay, what is harm?
That's not good. That's a 5.
That is higher than your stat.
So roll again.
Yeah. It's a 1.
So the spell's dead, nothing happens.
Amazing. So he's just like, and he turns to you guys and he's just like, holds out his arms, I guess, to like catch you.
We fly over 5 minutes later, and just as we get to you, you hear the boots like pitter out, and the wings collapse in, and we both fall into your arms. Like you have to catch us.
Okay.
You do. You don't have to roll for it.
Cool. I'll set you down. Careful.
That was she looks back at the creatures who are just completely entangled. Like you're watching these vines just continue to kind of grow, and to the point where like they get frozen in space because the vines are so tightly wrapped around them that they can't move anymore. And you hear a click of the door unlocking behind you.
Can we get out?
Do you open the door?
No, is the force field down?
You went through the force field. I forgot about the force field.
Okay.
Yep. It's down. The force field goes down and you hear the door click.
Véres is like, well, that was a little anticlimactic. I was sort of hoping to have to annihilate the king too.
Anticlimactic? I'm sweating.
You need to get out more.
It was like a whole workout.
Get some more exercise in.
No thanks.
I will never exercise. And Ivy walks into the place.
He raises an eyebrow.
Not in this world or any world.
There's many obscure ways to exercise, Ivy. Don't never say never. And he's walking with you guys.
Bia's walking behind us. Just jaunting.
Aw. She was waiting for so long too, because she just flew right over.
Yeah, she did.
Does anybody want to roll for the next room?
1.
1? The room is a typical dungeon with crates and weapons lying around, and at least one skeleton. And then roll for the obstacle.
2.
2. No, roll again. That's what I rolled the first time.
4.
The room is full of rabid vermin. So basically, it's a dungeon with rabid vermin, and added challenge after the first chamber. Roll one more time. Oh, I'll roll this one. 3. The exit door is 30 feet up the wall. You walk through the doors, and the three of you are very familiar with this type of room. It looks like a dungeon. There's like kind of like stone walls. Are stone walls in a dungeon?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's stone walls.
Mhm.
There's stone walls. It's like a dirt floor. It's a big room, like big. Just picture big. There's like rocks. There's some rocks in the distance.
Dungeons are actually carpeted.
Crates. There's crates, and all the way across the room, you see the door is like 30 feet above the floor, and you hear the door lock behind you. Okay, big empty cavern.
It'll be alright. You know, we can just stack those up to the door.
That's a good idea. I wasn't even thinking about
Ivy sticks her hand in her pocket and takes out a big handful of glitter and yells, "Lattice spell!" and casts vine growth to make a vine ladder up to the door.
As you shout, "Ladder spell!" you hear, "Ladder spell! Ladder spell! Ladder spell! Ladder
That'll
spell!
work too.
Ladder spell!" And then it's dead quiet. Make your roll to see if you can cast vines from 1,000,000 feet away.
1.
That's good. Is that good?
That's good. Yes,
That's
I did
good.
it.
Hell yeah, let's go. But now you're at
So-
6 for your wild, so.
I know, I can't.
No, you're not. Oh, you can't cast anymore.
I can't do any more wild spells.
Okay. So it's
It was
dead
worth it.
silent after the echo, and then you hear the familiar noise. Everyone's familiar with Ivy's kind of magic, and you hear these vines start to grow and sprout out of the ground and knot themselves up to the door.
There's so much glitter in the air right now.
It's like, you know when the sun shines through the window and you can see the dust particles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it
I'm
is.
picturing.
It's magical.
Every time you throw it, you see the light fade in Véres' eyes more and more. as he's like expressing the stages of grief.
Elara goes up to Ivy and just like takes like a scoop of glitter out of her pocket, out of her cloak robe, and she goes, "Véres, come here." And she like does with her finger, not the glitter finger, the other finger, like the come here. So he like bends down a little.
He smirks and thinks about saying something, but he complies. He comes over.
And she takes her glitter finger and she like wipes it like right below your eye, and she goes, "You had some glitter there, but it's gone now." And Ivy, you see, he's just got like a smear of glitter on his face now.
Don't worry, Véres, she got it.
You see that he's totally covered in glitter.
No, but this is like extra.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, really?
Mhm.
Is that how it's going to be?"
No, it's gone now. I was helping.
I'm
you.
sure. Yeah.
Mhm.
It would be a shame if you just, I don't know, contracted it and he like grabs you and like rubs his, like does a little wiggle so you get glitter all over you.
Bia squawks.
She was also already covered in glitter.
Yeah, and then you got more.
She looks down and she looks up at you and she nods. Fair enough.
There's more where that came from. And she pulls out another pocket of glitter and just sprays it in the air for fun.
Elara like puts her hands out and starts twirling it in a circle.
It is like
Ow, some got in my eye.
Actually, you know what? When she takes out that pocket full of glitter, she throws it in the air and casts simple illusion
Okay.
to make more glitter.
Roll a wizard's roll.
Ivy, have you ever heard the phrase? Have you ever heard the expression that glitter is the herpes of the craft world? Because that is correct.
More,
This shit is never going to leave.
more glitter.
It'll be like a memory of the time that we snuck into magical school.
No, you know, it's going to be great because, like, months later down the road, you're going to be taking a shower, and all of a sudden, at the corner of your eye, you're going to see
A
a
sparkle.
tiny fleck of glitter.
Mm-hmm.
For fuck's sakes.
Okay, so I rolled a 1, which means it does what it needs to do. And
Elara's like,
because my
"Wow."
wild stat was at a 6, it now reverts to a 2.
Ah,
Hey,
yes. Let's go.
congratulations.
But my wizard stat is now at a 5.
Oh boy.
As this witty banter is happening,
So much glitter.
and the three of you are absolutely not paying attention to anything that's
No.
happening around you,
I'm complaining about the glitter.
the three of you, out of the corner of your eye, see the crate. One of the crates just move slightly towards you.
What is with things vaguely moving?
Elara nods, and Ariana's like, forgot that I did that last time. But we're rolling with it.
I love it.
It's just a part of the test, you know? Remember that one day when we were in illusion, we were in illusion class, you know, and they were like, ooh, we can make stuff move with illusions or whatever. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe it's a crab.
Or it's a crab.
Do you want to go punch about it, Véres?
Sort of.
We'll go cast punch.
Listen, I'm just taking a page out of Elara's book.
Punching?
No.
What?
Shock and shove.
I don't shock and shove in this world, actually. Okay? That was like a dream that I had once. Could you imagine if I just ran around going, I cast shock and shove all the time?
No, see, you told us about that dream, and I'm sort of taking a page out of your dream.
Oh, are you going to shatter the crates?
By the power vested in friendship.
Elara, do you start walking over to the crate?
Yep.
As you start walking over, Elara takes a bottle out of her pocket, and she takes out what she has concocted as bottled lightning. And she uncorks it and like throws it towards the crate that you're walking to try to like explode it before you get there. So I'm going to make a wild roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
3. 3's
You
good,
did
right?
it?
Oh yeah,
Do I add to
go.
wild?
Oh shit!
You at 6?
Yeah, I'm at 6. Véres, you hear it before you see it, the static electricity sound, and then you watch this bolt of lightning whiz. No, you watch this glass bottle full of lightning whiz past you, and it lands on the crate, and then the bottle breaks, and the lightning strikes out, and it explodes the crate. And in the crate is like a big rat. It's a large, big rat, like the size of a medium dog-sized rat.
Oh, hello, Ratatouille.
Hello.
Dead.
He makes this face that's like a mix of awe, delight, and horror.
It looks up at you, and it's like twitching its tail back and forth.
You talk?
What brings you to my dungeon?
Oh, you talk.
And then you see the other crates start moving. And then an illusion drops on the crate, and there's like 17 rats.
We're just making our way through.
We would be happy to let you pass through, but there is something you must do for us.
I made your home pretty. What else is there?
They look at the vines
And all the glitter?
and all the glitter. Oh yeah, the glitter.
Varys looks radiant with all the glitter that's on
It's.
him.
I will also say it's made of seaweed. It's biodegradable.
I love it.
There's no
This is
microplastics.
a killer, Bella. It's just what I thought when you said Varys is radiant with glitter. The rats are just watching, twitching their tails. The rat goes, yes, we saw that movie. We liked it very much. We love vampires. You can pass.
It's a good.
And they part.
Thank you.
And as you walk by, Véres, you, because you're sparkling in the glitter.
Edward Cullen.
What'd you say?
Véres
They're like,
Cullen.
Edward, is that you?
It's Edward. It's Edward.
No.
Stay with us.
Edward, it's Edward. Stay with us, Edward. Edward, come on.
We are your friends.
Stay with us, Edward.
You don't want to leave. This is where you belong.
We love Edward.
I can't. What's happening? I don't know.
Véres, it's just noise. And then, you know what? Actually, this whole time, Ivy's the only one who can actually understand them because she's a druid.
What
Yeah,
were they
you-
saying? I couldn't.
You'll
hear
never
them
know.
over-
You'll never
Ivy.
know.
You'll never know.
You couldn't understand them. They're just making rat noises.
Ivy's giggling. You feel like a couple. You feel a couple of the little rat paws like reach out to you.
You feel a tail like wrap around your ankle, but not like trying to trip you.
Lovingly.
Just like,
It's
yeah,
caressingly.
it's caressing you. Véres, I think they really like
It's
you.
like, okay. You're no kidding.
Maybe we should get you out of here.
I mean, not. I mean, you might become their like king, Véres, if you stay.
The Rat King.
Ivy Dot's the vampire rat king.
I'm sorry, what?
The Vampire Rat King. You know, we're gonna have to keep you like a steady supply of glitter though, because if the glitter wears off, the jig is up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so confused. What is happening?
I think Elara could understand the rats too, because she loves animals. Véres is the only one who can't understand them.
I like this logic.
I think they start walking a little faster.
Yeah. Parents like, oh god.
You should climb up first, I think. You're at the vines now. We've traversed.
Sure. He climbs up.
And you climb up.
You hear a groan from all of the rats.
Uh,
Aww.
Elara's like, come on, hurry up, Ivy, let's go. And the three of you climb.
Ivy, yeah.
Véres detaches the fucking ladder.
Okay, so you go through the next door. We have to roll for the room.
3 and 2.
Okay, 3. Ooh, okay. Nope, roll 2 again.
Rats.
More rats.
1.
Okay. And then we need to add a challenge, so roll again.
1.
Okay. Okay. So you open the door and you're hit with this like mass humidity. Like you feel it like smack you in the face. Elara's hair immediately starts to frizz. Ivy's hair starts to frizz. Véres' hair starts to frizz, and you're like covered in a sheen of sweat. It's hot, it's muggy,
Great.
it's
Sweaty
humid,
glitter.
and the glitter is doing one of two
Glitter.
things. It's either slowly melting off of you, or it's like just compounding
The
into your
glitter
like
becomes a paste.
yeah, it stays on you. But you're outside.
This is like the worst rave I've ever been to.
I'm not having fun, really, at all.
It's like a festival, but you've been here for days.
Listen, that glitter saved your life.
It did. It did. We probably would have had
Did
to
it?
fight those rats if they didn't think you were a vampire.
With the rats, yes.
It's so weird you couldn't understand them.
They really like Twilight.
Yeah, they were really into Twilight.
Why?
I don't know.
I guess you don't get a lot of literature in a dungeon.
I guess so.
Maybe someone dropped their copy in.
I definitely saw like a cover of the book with the apple and the 2 hands on it, and I didn't register till just now. Someone must have left it there, and that's just what they've been reading for like eternity.
Mm-hmm. They wanted you to be their Edward.
No, they thought you were their Edward. And like, I know you're really popular on campus and everything, but you know, I mean,
You could have had a rat Bella.
I could have what?
a rat Bella.
Could have had a rat Bella, Arella, if you will.
A Rella or a Row?
Arella?
A brat.
A bra. I've got enough of those. Believe me.
A belt.
A belt.
Bella rat belt.
I have a belt. She shakes her. She shakes her belt. You watch all the bottles just clang together.
So the room's just really humid.
So
right?
it's outside. It's gray overcast. It's really humid. It's really hot. Elara takes off her jacket. She's wearing a short sleeve t-shirt that has like kittens on it and flowers.
Cute.
And I have to balance out the wanna
You
fuck
said that
parents, whatever.
so quickly. I got whiplash.
She takes off her jacket and she's wearing a t-shirt with kittens and flowers on it.
Yeah.
Kittens and flowers.
Véres takes off his leather jacket and ties it around his hips.
Elara fans herself. No. No, she actually does fan herself at that moment, but it's because she's hot, not because Véres is.
Yes, she is.
Overcast, gray sky. There's shrubbery, there's trees, there's bushes, there's like wildlife. What kind of animals like humid weather?
Newts.
Reptiles.
Yeah, there's a newt, there's a frog, and there's like a swamp.
singular.
There's also a swamp, and
There's one newt and one frog for this whole singular pond.
and there is a swamp, and you think there's an alligator, but you're not sure, or is a crocodile, whichever one belongs in the swamp. So okay, so you see across the swamp, there is a door, just like an outline of a door. Well, it's a door, but there's no foundation around it, because we're outside, and you hear the door lock behind you. Okay, well, looks simple.
Against my better judgment, I sort of want to go in the water.
I don't know if I would really classify it as water, more so like sludge. It looks sludgy to me.
At this point,
What if it's like warm, tepid water? Okay, you could do that.
just a little.
I will, not, but okay.
No.
Ivy. Never mind. She walks forward.
She does?
Yeah. I was gonna see if I could cast Prestidigitation to get the glitter off just me. But it's a small amount of non-magical material into a slightly different
Yeah.
one.
It
So
would just be like less sparkly glitter.
it would be like she one patch of her forearm is now glitterless.
Yes, I love it. As you start walking, Elara is going to make a hunch roll to see what's up, because there's no obvious stuff going on. But I got a 6, so I think that's bad, right?
Yeah. 6 is not great.
Okay.
Unless you're at a 6.
So, what do I do?
So you add 1
Add 1.
and roll again.
4.
What did you do? A wizard?
Oh no!
Did you do a wizard or a wild spell?
Oh no! I did a wizard spell.
You unintentionally use wild
I
magic
know.
and cast a wild spell of your choice.
What happens if I?
Proceed as if this was a success, but add 1 to wild. So you add 1 to wizard and to wild, and now you have to use a wild spell.
I'm at a 7. I'm at a 7 for wild.
Oh, we fail.
Okay. What? Oh my god.
Any player's wild stat goes higher than 6, or your entire party's wild stat reaches 6 simultaneously, you're caught. You not only fail the test, but also are arrested for wild magic crimes.
Okay, this is the silliest one to go out on because it's just a hunch. How does my hunch fail miserably?
It turns into a wild spell.
It does. So okay.
What do you do instead of a hunch? Your pockets explode.
No, oh my god, yes. So she's like looking, right? She's looking around and she's trying to get a feel, and she's trying to use the wizard magic that gives you extra insight or however that works, right?
Mhm.
But she's not 100% sure because she's never been really good at it. But she knows something is wrong here. And she does, I think she succeeds a little bit. And as Ivy walks, she sees that there's an illusion and there's just fucking tripwires all over this place. And as she starts to panic and she wants to yell out to Ivy, she feels this very familiar feeling of her pockets starting to bulge as her pockets of holding fail, and all of her stuff, all of the secrets that they've been keeping, all of the magical stuff comes spilling out of her pockets. Ivy, you are 10 feet ahead walking forward when you start to hear the clang and clatter. Véres, you're standing right next to Elara as she starts to collapse under the weight of her jacket getting heavier. What do you guys do? And she's like, oh no, it's happening again.
I'm helping her out of the jacket.
Okay, you don't have to make a roll for that. You just take it off of her?
Yeah, and just help her slip it off.
So she slips off the jacket. Ivy, do you turn around?
Yeah, I turn around.
You turn around and you see all of your shit, all of Véres' shit, all of her shit, everything.
Bia's outfits that she stole.
You see Bia's outfits. You see the big magical rune book.
A decanter of endless water.
You see Véres' brooch of shielding come out. all of the stuff that could get you totally arrested and sent to jail forever. And Elara just like collapses onto the floor in just like this pile of her things. And she kind of like looks around and she grabs her jacket and she's like, hurry up, shove it all back in. And she's like frantically.
I start putting it all back in.
Yeah, Ivy helps.
As you hear this like whirring sound and you all look up, and on this like big floating disc comes the judges, and they float down and they all look not amused. And which one did Véres bang? Ricky, was it Ricky Repeat?
Yeah.
Okay. The only one who looks sympathetic is Ricky Repeat. And he kind of nods to Véres as they land. And he does like a double take because you're covered in glitter too, and he's totally into it.
Ricky Repeat is understanding some things about himself.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna go into that rat dungeon with the vampire stuff.
I'm gonna dive into that.
Oh boy. And they all just look at you. Does anybody do or say anything?
Ivy waves.
Elara's like, oh, nothing to see here. Just your run-of-the-mill like silly jokey magical items. And as she says that, like the brooch of shielding like pulses out like a wave of energy, and she just kind of sighs. Everett, escort quest wizard. This is the one who escorts people. Comes up and he's like, all right now, all three of you, put your hands out, you're going to jail. And he takes out fantasy handcuffs. Oh no, he takes out regular handcuffs. This is not a fantasy handcuffs.
Véres puts his hands out and like does the brief motion of the Macarena.
He goes, knock it off now. It is my job to escort you to the dungeons.
Yes, sir.
Where you will live forever in shame and infamy of being real magical wizards and not being licensed.
You will not hear me complain about being handcuffed.
Elara like taps Véres on the arm. I think we're actually gonna go to jail.
It's alright.
Oh, you sound really confident about it.
Yeah, I've been there before.
She puts her hands out. Do you all go willingly?
I'm gonna go Eldritch Blast and no.
They die in this version. No one's taking me alive.
Yeah, I go willingly.
Ivy's about to say something and then she sees Véres go willingly and she's like, all right.
No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
She was just be like, what if I don't want to?
You have to go, young lady. Take that cloak off. You don't deserve to wear it. And Elara's like, yes, she does. She's more of a wizard than any of you ever will be. And surprise! She puts her hands out and she like pulls away from the handcuffs. We're actually here to see the quest wizard because Ivy is supposed to get a quest from the quest wizard. So shame on you for not letting us get to see this quest wizard.
I know you wizards value destiny and whatnot. It's her destiny to meet the quest wizard.
Elara's shaking her head.
And you're getting in the way of that.
Ivy nods.
We're gonna find a way to make this a mechanic. Hold on.
I cast Charm Person. No.
I cast Wizard, bitch.
I can only cast wizard spells. Or if there's an element thing you can do, or a druid thing. I can't do anything. I can throw slime on them.
I can't throw slime on them.
Yeah, I'll maybe like try to look extra menacing and intimidating.
Flex.
Your
I
muscles
flex.
bulge in your fishnet crop top.
Yep.
Okay, make a wild roll.
A 4, which is under a 5.
Yay! Your shirt splits open from your muscle bulge.
Just the crop top now.
We had to shred a shirt. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you had to.
That's why I wore 2.
And Everett is like, as
Van got so horny he
he does,
died.
he grabs his chest. He grabs his chest and he starts to collapse, and all of the other wizards turn to him to like aid him. What do you guys do?
Run.
We start
Run.
booking it for the door.
Run.
Yeah.
Elara starts falling
Yeah.
behind because she doesn't run as fast as you guys.
No, I'll pick her up.
Varys, you
We're
pick
running.
her up
Yep.
and you guys book it for the door. And as you get there, it unlocks and it opens and you run full force into this room and you stop short because you run into this room. You see like there's these big windows. It's a big circular room with a really high ceiling. You see sky all around you, like out of the windows. And you realize that you are in a tower. And as you look
fuck yeah.
around, you look and you see the famed Quincy questing quest wizard. You all recognize the famous head of the family, Quincing.
Quincing. He's
Quincy
quincing around.
questing quest wizard. They are like really tall and lanky and like old, long, scraggly beard and a pointy hat.
Mm-hmm.
Ivy, a cloak very similar to the one that you were wearing, like on point. Like you look at it and you're like, "This, I was right this whole time."
Yeah, I had it on lock.
And they look at you and they smile and they go, "Ivy, at long last, I found you."
Bitch. We found you. What do you?
You found. I found you.
You'd like to think that, and that's fine. And then they wave their hand, and this like translucent orb appears, and it's floating in midair in front of them. And they look through it, and you see through it these 3 people who look very much like you, but like kind of different. They're in like more like fantasy clothing, and they are
Fucking nerds.
Fucking nerds.
They are hanging off of a cliff looking up at this crumbling tower, and you watch from like a bird's eye perspective now as they start to fall, and as they fall this portal opens up but underneath them, and the 3 of them fall through, and then all of a sudden the 3 of you just remember waking up one day and being here, and the wizard snaps their fingers and makes the ball disappear and kind of smiles and nods. "Are you ready for your quest?"
I am.
And we fade out.
I put Elara down.
What'd you say?
I put Elara down.
And that is where were you just princess holding her this whole time?
Yes.
Yep.
She was like super cozy, and then when you put her down, she's like, "Oh, right, okay."
Oh, you're right.
Quest.
Mhm.
And that's where we fade out, I think.
Yay!
Yay! I had so much fun, you guys.
Peach.
Holy crap.
I love these
so
versions.
awesome.
I love that they're all shit. Like the Ivy's like is still sassy as fuck. Elara is the one who makes the most sense in the group.
Which is a change, I think.
It's nice.
Obsessed with everything that happened tonight.
What a fun game.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. I thank you for taking on the mechanics thing, because it's like I said,
Yeah.
even when it's like it is super simple and my brain is like, can't make this complicated.
That's okay.
I can't. But oh my gosh, that was fun.
It was a lot of
I
fun.
had the most fun.
Well, dear listeners, thanks for listening.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed.
Come see what they're actually like.
Yes. If you enjoyed this, our main campaign is actually kind of different. But you'll probably
Not as silly.
Very
but
different.
you'll probably still enjoy it. It's less silly, but there still are a lot of shenanigans. And we would love it if you would come give the real unlucky ones a listen.
Mhm.
If you've been here before, we hope you enjoyed this silly version of our characters. And do we want to say anything else?
You're awesome.
You're awesome.
Thanks for being here.
We hope you had a good time as much as we did.
Yeah.
And thanks to Elliot HT Art for
Yes.
letting us play this awesome game on our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks again to Jen for submitting these awesome, silly NPCs.
Mm-hmm.
Love them.
Yes.
They were great. If you guys would also like to submit an awesome NPC or a silly NPC or like, you know, a hot, badass NPC, whatever suits your fancy, you can join our Green Fiends, which is a tier on our Patreon, to submit one. Or You can join our awesome Discord and join us for a live listen of an episode night to play Bingo Bango for a chance to win.
Bingo, bingo.
Bingo.
Thanks again for listening. We will catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Be great.
It's gonna be my.
It is gonna be May. Well, it's gonna be May. If you're listening to this right now, though, May is almost over. Where is drinking their Capri Kool-Aid?
Like a psycho.
Like a psycho. That's all Dracula said.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a Rainbow Dice Club one shot. I am Dracula.
Dracula.
And today I am playing an AU version of Dracula.
I am also Dracula. We're clones. We're cloned. I'm a clone of the original Dracula, or are you a clone of me?
Who's to say?
Do you
I'm
want
just
to
Wayra.
find out? Listen to this one shot, and by the end, you will know who is the real Dracula.
This Kool-Aid jam was really good, guys.
You're welcome. Did we decide if this was like modern based or
Yeah,
no?
sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure, let's do it.
Laura takes out her cell phone. There, it's modern.
Well, no. This is such a side note, but her pockets wouldn't be a big issue in this sort of setting because of bags of holding.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not.
So she could literally pull the tome out and be like, yeah, bag of holding, bitch.
Pockets of holding, baby.
Yeah.
We've been doing so good this whole time. We just have to get past this fight. Can you hear my dryer going?
Yes. Yes, Elara, I don't know why you decided to start your dryer now.
Well, I just figured, I wanted to have fresh clothes and then I forgot. And when you leave them in the washer for too long and then I had to wash them over again.
True.
And, let me go turn it off. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm genuinely obsessed. I missed it. Did you describe what Ivy looked like? I got distracted by the robe.
I did describe what Ivy looked like.
Dear listener, if you heard that, no, you didn't.
Say water park, Ari.
Water park. Water park.
Water park?
I'm going to the water park with my friends. All right, listen.
But add one to wild.
No, the spell peters out. Oh, wait.
No,
you should be in charge of this, Dusty. I have such trouble.
You do the describing, I'll do the mechanic shit.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you. My Laura's Impala pulls up, actually. And
Elara, it's not time to go yet.
it was like an emergency. If we need to get out in a real emergency, this thing can actually fly in this world, so it's fine. There's thunder. Do you hear it?
Yeah.
Ooh. This is the skin of a killer, Bella. It's just what I thought when you said Véres is radiant with glitter.
This is the skin of a killer, Elara.
What are you? Say it out loud.
Suicidal.
She smacks your chest. The rats are just watching, twitching their tails.
She's taking a handful of glitter. Look, Bella's first hand job.
What? Wow.
Content warning for Twilight.
Can you just tell me what they said?
I don't even remember. It was like, stay with us, be with us.
Edward, stay with us.
Edward
We love
Cullen,
you.
you
Stay
belong
with
here.
us. You know you want to stay with us.
So weird. I was gonna say I'll catch
You
up the
will.
playback either way, but